It's no secret that I have my issues with Giles. I want to make it clear that I'm in no way jealous of him, just his success. Success is something I've been lacking recently. I've been struggling to fit in any of my uni work and trying to forge a career for when I leave here. The stress has taken its toll on me. So much so that one of the biggest opportunities I've had since the Newsnight gig has yet again resulted in me being the laughingstock of the BBC. I was so close to a breakthrough. Things were going great. And I was on a high. Not literally, I don't take drugs. Too expensive, if anything. There was a meeting. A meeting with the BBC. A meeting apparently meant for Giles. This meeting was set up by my agent, Vanessa, who was also apparently meant for Giles. It was Giles she had arranged to meet in the pub the other evening, but he was high on my humiliation and had probably attempted to go after Geraldine. I've also been told that we have fairly similar presenting voices, which I suppose explains Vanessa's confusion. It makes you wonder what else of mine was intended for Giles's consumption. My desk, my haircut, my pencil sharpener. He just loves taking from me and never giving. One thing I'll gladly let him take is a fist to the face. No, I didn't mean that. It would be great if Giles and I could see eye to eye, put our minds together. I'm sure we could do something terrific, but I'll be afraid of putting my mind too close to his, in case he took that as well. So, this meeting with the BBC. I turned up 2 hours before. I like to be punctual, but even for me that was a bit much. What happened was the taxi I booked arrived far too early. I was still in bed. The doorbell rang and I looked out the window, saw the cab and panicked because I thought I was late. I may have a good presenting voice, but it soon goes to waste if the taxi company thinks you said 6 instead of 8. Of course, by the time I found this out, it was too late. Through a combination of being tired and in a rush, I managed to take my pyjama top off and then put it back on again, thinking it was my shirt. My parents... White pyjamas? I mean, who wears white pyjamas outside a Dickens novel? Obviously, I don't want to be seen in my PJs, so I decide I've got time to head back to mine and change. Unfortunately, the taxi driver is already gone, so I went to call another one, but I was spotted and manoeuvred into the meeting. Plans had changed. They had to rearrange it for an earlier slot. There was a message on my answering machine, which they had left mere minutes after I was whisked away in the horse and cart. Sounds like a newspaper you might read. So I went into the meeting. I was wearing a jacket, so it wasn't obvious that I had my PJs on. 10 minutes pass by, and everything is going well. Then Vanessa comes in. She doesn't look happy. She had to get out of bed early and come to this meeting too. Not as early as me, mind, but you can understand her frustration. The meeting continues and we discuss some of the callers I've had in the past. I mentioned the caller who wanted to know who was stealing her bins every Monday. At this stage, I've got them laughing. Unfortunately, I was very hot, and I completely forgotten that I was wearing a pyjama top. I took the jacket off and the room went silent. All eyes were fixed on me. I looked down and all I could see are ducks. Ducks on my chest. Vanessa is quick to take me outside. She questions me on the pyjamas. I make a poorly timed joke saying, at least they're not BBC execs. I explain about being woken up early and everything that happened, but she's having none of it. Well, they do say a good joke shouldn't need explaining. She drops me there and then. As a client, I mean, she didn't literally drop me. We weren't wrestling. That would be ludicrous. The meeting was completely ruined. I left the BBC baffled about what had just happened. I found out later that Vanessa signed Giles soon after dropping me. The universe rights all wrong sooner or later, I suppose. He was more than happy to tell me about it all, of course. I don't know what I did to deserve that. It's like the whole Geraldine situation. As I've mentioned before, Geraldine has again left me baffled. Not entirely her fault, but it would be nice to know for sure what is going on. A part of me just wants to ask her out. But another part of me thinks, what if she says no and things become awkward? Although things are already awkward between us. A couple of days ago, we were talking about holiday destinations. She's about to go on holiday and wanted my views on certain areas. She asked me, I was going to do the voice, but I can't do voices. Wish I could, you know. Anyway, she asked me what I thought of large cities. I thought she said something else. It got uncomfortable. Fast. It was embarrassing. I'm not a dirty-minded person, but when you think someone has said something else, it can be hard to get it out of your head. Sometimes I think she has a thing for me. That I do something to her. I'm the Olivia Newton-John to her John Travolta. I mean, the other way round, or the other bloke. What's his face? The crooner. One person that isn't helping the situation is my uncle. He has good intentions, I don't doubt that, but he lacks intelligence. He thought Facebook was Dirk Benedict's memoirs, for God's sake. I was talking to him about Geraldine, and he seemed to be trying to put me off there. I don't know, something about a bribe gone wrong. He also talked highly of her. My guess, he wants me to be with her, but at the same time, he has a plan and he blew it. It makes sense that he wouldn't want a consistent reminder of his failures. But then this is typical of him. Unlike Dirk Benedict, his plans don't always come together. But that said, it wasn't Dirk who came up with the plans, it was George Peppard. Well, it was actually his character. Actually, technically, it was the writer that came up with... Never mind. I think I'm drifting. I think I'm going to have a sit down with her and sort things out. Start off with a casual chat. Maybe joke about my uncle. Like his no-win, no-fees policies. Then, depending on how well the whole thing is going, I could ask her if she wants to see a film. Not a horror. I don't like those. No. Give me Police Academy any day. The guy does the voices. Oh, he cracks me up. I wish I could do voices. It'd be nice to know what's what when it comes to Geraldine, because if nothing is going to happen there, then I have to move on. There's plenty of fish in the sea. I'm a young man in the prime of my life who needs to sow his oats, and I can't wait around forever because oats decay. I'm not being vain here, but I'm a good-looking guy that can hang around with the best of them. Well, maybe not the cream. I'm no Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp or Gary Lineker, but I'll say I'll scrub up pretty well. There's more than looks, of course. I tick the personality box as well, I think. I believe I deserve someone. I mean, John McCurrick is married, for Christ's sake. If there's a woman for someone like him out there, there's a woman for me. She doesn't have to be the world's most attractive woman. I'm not looking for a Sarah Jessica Parker. I just want someone who will look after me. I don't mean a maid. I'm not discriminating against maids, you understand. If it happens to be her job, fine. She wouldn't be my maid, dusting our curtains and what have you. What I mean is, all I ask is that my future wife be caring and funny. She needs a sense of humour. And she needs to be smart. I don't want to be explaining stuff to her all the time. Basically, all mod cons. I would prefer it if she was, slightly shorter than me too. No midgets, though.